Argo City podcast. Okay, so we are back. We just kind of cut there in the middle, and that seemed like a good place to cut. So last time we were talking a little bit about the movie, and the fact that...
We haven't even gotten into the movie, though.
We really haven't talked about the plot because we're just looking at how pretty it is.
It is so pretty.
And how many characters, how much stuff we recognize. But one of the things that we recognize is, like, the city.
It's Cleveland. Literally. We, in the last episode, I mentioned how we went on, like, a walking tour around Cleveland to go and explore. But the thing is, as we're watching through this, there's so much more. We literally spend part of, I think it's the fight scene with the big monster in the middle of the square. Mm-hmm. We're on the ground for a portion of that.
All in public
literally
square.
You literally just see the entire memorial in Cleveland.
It is all public square. So
literally almost every single skyline shot, almost every single time we're in between a bunch of buildings, it's all Cleveland. And now that I've been there, I recognize it.
And one of the reasons why we actually hung out in public square was because this is where that first big fight between Loki and Captain America and Iron Man happens. So we headed out there. We were wandering around. You actually asked to go in to see the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial.
Yeah, because I was curious about it.
And it's an amazing little thing. One of the things that bothered me was the Key building was not open. So
it was locked on the day we went in.
We got to see the outside of it. And when you see Superman kind of walking away in shame, and he's
hiding in the building.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He walks in there to hide. So we see the outside. I took a photograph of my Superman action figure outside the building. But I mean, I've been in that building. In fact, I'm in that building on a fairly regular basis. I do work with the hotel that's attached to it.
Yeah.
So I walk through those halls frequently. Superman comes in, he leans down and on what's actually the directory right by the security desk. And I know this place. I know this building. I am always in here.
Yeah, we were so heartbroken that we couldn't get inside.
But the outsides of the buildings too. James Gunn actually mentioned this because he scouted a bunch of locations. Cleveland's one of those locations that gets filmed because they get tax credits for it. We're good with our tax breaks and stuff like that. But his description was, there's so much Art Deco. There's such pretty buildings, basically.
Really?
We have that decoration around the buildings, the statues.
The murals and everything
and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, it just fit. It looked like Metropolis. And he didn't find out, actually, until later that this was where Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster were born. That this is where Superman was created.
Yeah, we actually went up to the house as well, which was really cool.
Right. We went up to the house where they used to write and draw the series. I took you girls to a baseball game years ago at the Indian Stadium.
Okay.
And I don't have Indians gear. Mom does. And I think we found a hat for you to wear.
Yeah, I think I wore a hat or something.
I wore a Superman shirt because I don't have Indians gear. And so while we were there in the crowd, somebody saw the shirt that I was wearing. He spotted me. So he came over and was telling me, did you actually know that that Superman was made in Cleveland? And yes, I do, but I just wanted to let him talk.
Yeah.
And he took me over to a good vantage point to point out the Terminal Tower, where Tower City is part of that. Uh-huh. So he's like, that right there, Joe Shuster and Jerry Siegel used to look at that. That's what inspired them to create the Daily Planet. That's what they imagined. That's what they were drawing.
That's cool.
And I'm just like, I love that you want to tell me this. I love that this is part of the heritage.
Yeah, it's such a big part.
And it's just such a big part of this movie. I mean, it's every other minute. Like I was saying, almost every time we're around big buildings, it's in Cleveland. Every close-up is a Cleveland building. All the architecture is even if they're making it into a big city, it's still the Cleveland front, and then they're adding buildings behind it. Hawkgirl is actually from Cleveland.
She is?
Yes, the actress is from Lakewood.
Oh,
she used to act on the stage back there. She's like, it's so surreal coming back here. It's so weird to do that and just kind of come home. But it just, from now on, it's like any time that I'm doing work downtown, I'm doing work in Metropolis. It feels like it's Metropolis. It looks like it's Metropolis. It's the right, and it just works so well. There's a moment at the end where they're evacuating the city.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to get out. And I'm looking like, that bridge that all the cars are on, I was literally on that bridge 4 hours ago.
That's hilarious.
So I love that that's a part of it.
And we could really see how much of like the Superman connection was, especially while we were in line. There were like, and I mean, neither of us
shirts
like,
everywhere.
Yeah, neither of us like the new Superman logo design, but like shirts everywhere. Everyone was like dressed up. I saw more than one person in like a suit with like the shirt like slightly poking out underneath.
Yes.
There was like an 80-year-old man with one just peeking out from underneath a white jacket of all things, which was hilarious. We actually ended up on what was it? The Cleveland.
It's Cleveland.com.
Cleveland.com.
They were doing promos and stuff like that because, like I said, they turned this advanced screening into a party. They filled 3 theaters.
Yeah.
3 theaters a week ahead of time.
Literally, the owner of the theater watched the movie with us.
Yeah, he came in, and he's like, yes.
Because it's just, even for people that don't know a whole lot about superheroes, it's just that much of a community thing.
It really is out here, and that actually gives me some real hope for how well this movie will do. And the fact that it's optimistic, the fact that it's different. We talked a little bit about Lex in the last episode.
Yeah.
I want to kind of go back to him because I thought it was interesting. Well, actually, he's one of the least interesting people here because he's kind of one-dimensional here.
Literally, his girlfriend has more dimensions than he does.
Wow, you know what? You're not wrong.
Am I wrong though?
That had not occurred to me.
She has emotional depth, at least.
I like that we finally get the billionaire Lex and that he's not a joke. But I was showing you some stuff from some of the other Superman movies.
Yeah.
So the 78 movie, it's Gene Hackman, and yeah, he's still kind of a joke. I do really like the Lex Luthor portrayal in Superman Returns. Superman Returns gets fairly maligned because it's got a terrible story.
Yeah.
But everybody in that movie is doing their best. Everybody in that movie is giving it their all. Brandon Routh is actually really amazing in this. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad he actually got a chance to redeem himself.
Yeah.
Because he shows up later in one of the CW crossovers as Superman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's a reference back to Superman Returns. So he gets to do it right.
That's good.
Now, the Lex in that is Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey does a great Lex. Now, he's still trying to kind of play the same person that Gene Hackman did in the first 2 movies, but he's got more depth to it.
Yeah.
So I showed you the scene where he's on the boat and they're heading to the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, how are they breaking in so easily again?
My bigger question is, why do they have a pool table in a boat?
I mean, why wouldn't you have a pool table in a boat? Imagine the most dramatic games you can have with that. Like, it's all or nothing.
But he's describing Prometheus. He's telling the current girlfriend that. And she's like, so you want to be a god?
No, I don't want to be a god. I just want to distribute fire to the people.
And get my cut.
Yeah, that too.
There's a real feeling that, okay, gods are selfish that fly around in red capes and tights. And no, that's not me. There's real envy there.
Yeah.
There's also this search for knowledge because Lex breaks into the fortress in this movie as well. I already saw that movie in Superman Returns.
Yeah.
So I showed you a bit of that too.
But and it's just like I remember as we were watching through it, like I was saying, like he's angry because he's jealous, but he's also just angry because Superman has all of this scientific knowledge that he's not sharing with anybody. Like, I mean, if I was an intellectual genius, I think I'd be a little bit frustrated too.
The motivations have changed over the years too. So when in the early days, back in the Silver, there's a suggestion that he's kind of gone mad because the stated reason is that he hates Superman is that when they were both kids, Lex was creating some secret formula, maybe something that would eliminate kryptonite or make Superman completely invincible. Superman saw his lab, saw smoke coming out. He thought it was a fire and blew it out. And that caused Lex to lose all his hair. And he hated him ever since.
That literally makes no sense.
That's literally a Silver Age origin.
That's stupid.
If we go back to John Byrne and the Man of Steel series,
Yeah.
and I keep invoking this, I'm probably going to keep invoking this because this is definitive to me. For him...
Oh, I'm being handed another book. What is this book called?
This is the 6-issue miniseries Man of Steel that starts off...
That's Bizarro.
It kicks off the rebooted Superman.
You've said rebooted multiple times. Like,
well,
we went through the second issue of the rebooted
Yeah,
one?
same thing. Same reboot.
Okay.
Same, still Burns' revamp of the character. So, in this one, Lex invites Clark and Lois to his big ocean liner, and it gets invaded by terrorists.
Of course it does.
And Superman comes and saves the day.
Yay!
What we don't know is that Lex hired the terrorists.
Of course he did.
This is a dress rehearsal. Because he wants to hire Superman, put him on the payroll, get him involved in LexCorp.
Huh.
And Superman... I'm sorry, there must be some misunderstanding here, okay? The reason Lex hates Superman here is because Superman gets him arrested for this.
For hiring terrorists?
For hiring terrorists, public endangerment.
That's true.
Mugshot.
Why is he a redhead?
Always has been. From day one. From the Golden Age.
Oh. Okay.
And so, that's his beef. Superman embarrassed him.
You got him arrested and refused to join him.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You know what, though? That tracks with this story. In the new movie, literally, like, one of his ex-girlfriends is imprisoned.
Literally for writing, like, what did they say?
Mean blogs?
A mean blog about him? Like...
So, it tracks. The character's consistent.
He's very egotistical.
It is. Well, he says it. Like, I hear Galileo or Socrates or any one of these other idiots that doesn't know enough.
Yeah.
And that's common. Even, actually, back to Smallville.
And we're back to Smallville.
And the best Lex Luthor of all of them. Clark's in his library one day, looking through his library, like, it's Caesar, it's Napoleon, and he's like, are you interested in history? Lex tells him, no, I'm interested in the people who almost conquered the world by the time they were 30.
Okay, that's hilarious.
It's so brilliant. Michael Rosenbaum is the best Lex Luthor ever. He really is. He kind of found his true calling actually in podcasting. That's what he does today. But he was the best Lex Luthor ever. He's one of us, too. I mean, he collects action figures. He knows the comics. He plays music. He's in this.
What is he playing at?
At the end, when Lex sends a bunch of, like, armor-suited goons to get Superman, kill him, and Superman just looks like, yeah, good luck with that. Lex is one of those goons.
That's hilarious.
The helmet gets knocked straight off of him. That's Michael Rosenbaum. I love Michael Rosenbaum. He's so nice. I've chatted with him.
Oh, really?
He's just really great.
That's awesome.
So,
why is it that villains are always the nicest people?
Well, villains are the most interesting.
No, it's like it's uncanny the amount of stuff I've seen online where like people that play the heroes they're a hit or miss, but a lot of times they're like that. And then any villain that you meet is an absolute sweetheart. Like, I don't even know at this point.
You know what? Let's talk about the villains too, because it's weird. The villains they chose.
The villains are so. I don't know about you, but I adored the
the engineer girl.
The one with all the metal and stuff.
The buzzsaws. Yeah. She's
okay. We I'm going to actually bring this back over to My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
We met a character named Lady Nagant. She was able to create guns with her hands.
Yes.
And immediately, that's what it reminded me of. And they're both very similar characters, being like raised up for like a specific purpose, having like specific stuff put into your blood to like, well, change her quirk or do that. And it's like, I adored watching her throughout this. She is so incredibly evil, but I love her.
They did good stuff with her. They did good stuff with her effects. They did good stuff with her character.
Yeah.
I gave up everything to become this because I believed in this cause.
Because I want to get rid of you. Like,
it's
that line.
And she seems like a weird choice because there's Superman has a big, long rogues gallery.
Rogues gallery?
Bad guys.
Ah.
And it seems weird to choose. A lot of the character choices in here seem weird. So we have the Engineer, we have Metamorpho, we have Mr. Terrific, we have Hawkgirl, we have Ultraman. And it's such a weird combination.
It did seem like a weird crew.
But I feel like the director is using the right tools to tell the specific story he's telling. So it almost feels like he's pulling characters at random, but it's because they fit into the right slot. Back in my HeroClix days, and that would drive me nuts. The guys would pull just characters based on mathematics. I'm like, I am not here for math. I am here to play with action figures and see who beats whom.
But math is just the other part to it.
Well, but you know what? Even when you and I would play,
oh yeah,
we would do theme teams, and you didn't pull characters because they were necessarily the most powerful. You pulled them because you liked them.
No, I would like make up the weirdest teams when I was a child, but it was fun though.
So that's kind of what this feels like to me. And the Engineer is a relatively recent creation. In fact, she's not from Superman lore at all.
Really? What is she from?
She's from The Authority. Now, that's a series that Jim Lee, who's one of the current like editors-in-chief at DC. Well, Jim Lee used to work for Image Comics.
Uh-huh.
Image Comics is all creator-owned stuff.
Huh.
So when Jim Lee got hired by DC, all of his properties came with him.
Oh.
So Wildcats came with him. Grifter came with them. The Authority came with him. And all these are titles, all of these are teams.
Oh, okay.
And that means that this is now somebody that's available to use. This
so
character was created in the mid-90s.
So, like, they're trying to introduce her in to maybe give her more, like, movie slots or, like, things like that?
Or maybe it's just that she fit.
Oh!
She works.
Speaking of characters, explain to me who Mr. Terrific is, because I was so confused watching him throughout. He seems like so much fun, but I've never heard of him.
Mr. Terrific is a Golden Age character.
Really? He's that old?
He is that old. Now, in the Golden Age, it's like a white jock dude.
Okay.
And around late 90s, around 98 or so, when the JLA, Grant Morrison title, was really taking off, DC's like, well, do we have anything else we could do like this? Yeah, we could do why don't we kind of reboot the Justice Society? We take all these old characters, we bring in some of the legacies, and we maybe reboot some of the legacies, so Stargirl instead of Starman.
Yeah.
Because she is a legacy. Mr. Terrific also is a legacy. Okay. So this African American one is also a legacy. And it works, and he's been like that. But this is the best version of him I've ever seen. Well, so he is a Mr. Fantastic type character.
Okay.
In that he's the super genius. The spheres he doesn't have any like of his own real powers, but the spheres are his power. The transport is his power. And man, the attitude, that's new. That I loved him in this.
He was. If I honestly had to pick one of the superhero crew, he would be the one I picked because
he was so much fun.
He is so much fun. I especially love his like dynamic with Crypto, but we'll get into that later because I am going to go full on ranting with that later. But he was a lot of fun. I will say I didn't enjoy watching Guy in this. I really hated that Green Lantern.
Oh, good, because that's what he's there for. Guy is the jerk Green Lantern.
Really?
He's supposed to be hated. Guy has brain damage.
He does?
He does. So let me explain. The Ring chooses the Green Lantern.
Yeah, the ring chooses the lantern.
Well, the Guy and John Stewart, you know that one. That's the African American one. That's
Right, the one that's like everybody, everywhere.
when Hal quit. When like the Ryan Reynolds, when Hal quit being Green Lantern. I've shown you some of that.
Okay.
The ring was equal distance between Guy and John. And it chose John because Guy had suffered a little bit of head trauma.
Okay.
Guy has never gotten over that. He's bitter, he's mean, he's arrogant, he's egotistical. Guy is comic relief. And to add some meta to that, the actor who plays him, Nathan Fillion, we just watched him in Firefly. Mom watches him in The Rookie.
Okay.
Nathan Fillion was supposed to be cast as Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, and Ryan Reynolds got it over him. So I mean, it all just comes together. But Guy is not supposed to be likable.
But hold on, if he was equal distance away from the ring, why did he get his own ring? When did he get his own ring?
Later, it's just later stuff, later shenanigans. They're setting up Justice League International. They mention even that Maxwell Lord is bankrolling them. Now, you've seen Max at least once in Supergirl, and he also shows up later on in Wonder Woman. He shows up in Superman and Lois because people who aren't creative enough don't know how to write him as anything but a villain. He's not. He's kind of amoral. He's a weird force. But for a while there was an era for about 5 years where Justice League was a comedy book.
A comedy book?
It's not like the Magnificent Seven. It's not Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. It's the supporting characters. So it's Blue Beetle and Booster Gold.
Oh, I remember Blue Beetle. I think I like Blue Beetle.
It's Guy Gardner. It's Fire and Ice. It's Crimson Fox from Powerless.
Powerless was so good.
So it's a lot of these supporting characters, and it's funny and it's kind of interesting in that they're setting that up, and that's why they're not using the word Justice League. That's why they keep going Justice Gang.
Justice Gang. What? I was like fully expecting Justice League. No, wait, what?
I think this is actually their Thunderbolts, where the Thunderbolts are the new Avengers. And there's real Avengers over there. I think that's kind of what they're doing with the Justice Gang versus Justice League. I'd bet that's where he's going. And you can tell by who he's using. I'll tell you this, though. Hawkgirl was the best Hawkgirl that I've seen.
Yeah, we didn't get a whole lot of screen time with her, though.
No, not a ton, but enough. Metamorpho was weird, and I like Metamorpho. Metamorpho's a Batman associate, though.
Metamorpho, he was the
Element Man.
Yeah, the Element guy. He was cool. I liked watching him.
Metamorpho's part of the Outsiders, that team that Batman...
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. So, weird to see him here, and I also expect him to sound like the Thing. He should have the grumpy Bronx accent.
Oh my gosh.
Not the kind of whispery... the whispery soy boy accent.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the look was kind of cool. I kind of want to make that costume.
He was really cool. He was one of my favorite things to watch during this.
There's lots of those kind of characters, but then there's also Ultraman.
Right. Yeah, I don't... that was weird. Couldn't we have done something more fun like Bizarro?
I think Bizarro would have made more sense, but I also think that...
Nobody would have known what Bizarro is, though.
No, I think they'd know Bizarro more than Ultraman, because Ultraman's a real character.
Oh.
I think that Gunn is setting something up.
Oh.
So, Ultraman
More
is
comics.
part of a group called the Crime Syndicate from an alternate world.
Oh.
So there's an alternate version of Green Lantern. There's an alternate version of Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Wonder Woman is Superwoman.
Isn't it like that where it's like their hearts are on the other side or something? I think I remember seeing an animated episode about
I could
that.
see something like that. Batman is Owlman.
Why is it? Oh, I don't like that S design.
That's a weird one. That's not the way it was when it first started. Here, I'll show you their first appearance. I've got an old Justice League reprint.
Oh.
This is what they look like. But at least the
What is that? That's hilarious.
Johnny Quick, Power Ring.
Power Ring. They just sound like knockoff superheroes from like a dollar store costume store.
You know what? That's kind of what they are. That's kind of what's going on here.
That? That's so terrible. What is Owlman? He just, oh my god, that's hilarious. Sorry, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
And that's what Ultraman should look like.
That's a weird looking Ultraman.
I mean, it's not an all black costume. It's an all blue costume with the red U and the red cape, and then they redefine it and reimagine it as time goes by. But
Wait, where's Owlman in here?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, is that him?
Yes, that's him.
He's like, it's like a Silver Surfer board kind of thing.
He's a lighter blue. Again, he's like Batman. He doesn't have powers.
Huh.
So, the Crime Syndicate's world, they're the only superheroes, and actually they're just supervillains. And they rule with an iron fist, and it's all terrible stuff. That and they show up occasionally. Usually it'll be a crisis. Crisis on Earth 3, Crisis on Earth C, or something like that. So they go back a little ways. It's a weird character to use instead of Bizarro, but what happened to Ultraman at the end of the movie?
So he gets, like, caught under debris and gets pulled into, like, the rift.
Yes, he gets pulled into another universe. That's the whole premise of the Crime Syndicate.
Oh.
I think James Gunn is sending him off, and he's waiting to be pulled back. That's my best guess as to why they're doing that.
Huh.
Okay, so
how is it that we've already gotten to like almost to the end of the next episode and we still haven't gotten into the movie yet?
I know we got to do at least one more. So that an extra is not going to be enough. You're actually getting 3 episodes of James Gunn's Superman.
I am so sorry.
I knew it going in. I just knew it going in. Okay, so we will talk with you in a few days.
Bye.